Every year, right before week 1, marks the last time in the season that every team is just as good as the next. No team has any blemishes on their record. Every GM is feeling good about their drafts, and all teams have the same chance to win the chip. During this period, egos are at an all-time high. For example, we asked every GM how they felt about their squads and if the team they were in control of was a playoff team. As you can imagine, the responses we received were highly predictable. Of course, you have your modest GM saying things like, "I believe we're a playoff team," and "I hope so." Then you have GMs that display a level of confidence, yet they keep a sense of level-headedness, not allowing themselves to get too far ahead. Their response is something along the lines of, "Definitely a playoff team. I like our depth. Approaching this year as a marathon versus a sprint." Or, "I feel like if everyone lives up to their potential, we'd be a force." Or, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I know how to wiggle some things here and there based off the week to week." You also have those GMs that think that no team can compete with theirs, that their in-season strategies will reign supreme over the rest. They might even feel some kind of way about being asked a question such as this. These GMs respond in ways such as, "Of course we're a playoff team. I feel good about my squad. Yahoo is so disrespectful." Or sarcastically, "Championship team, sir." Or, "Heck yeah, we'll see you at the top." Or, "Playoffs is guaranteed. It's championship or bust." And even, "Yes sir, we definitely want to dominate the division," to add that extra punctuation on the season. Unfortunately, the sad truth is that half of these teams won't get to see their aspirations come to fruition. Only 6 teams get invited to the playoffs. Only 2 teams square off in the championship game, and only 1 team will get to own the title of champion for the 2022 season. 11 chumps, 1 champ. The race to the finish begins in week 1. September 8th is a date that every squad in Champs Over Chumps has had circled on their calendar for quite some time. As we all look towards earning this year's chip, this date marks the start of the 2022 season. A chance to kick the season off with a bang. Beginning the season with a week 1 dub is a feat that only 6 teams can accomplish. Let's dive into this year's opening week matchups to dissect what the potential outcomes could be. Texas True Herd versus Ubita's Gang Gang. To kick the season off, one team is looking to stomp the yard while the other sets his eyes on running these Champs Over Chump streets. Knocking off last year's 6th place finisher and a bronze level GM may be the type of hype needed for the 2021's 11th place finisher to get into the conversation. But Gang Gang is looking to kill that noise early and take the herd straight to the butcher shop. D Yella for the win versus King Brian. Bronze level GMs square off in this matchup, featuring 2 teams looking to live up to their respective names. An opening week victory is exactly what D Yella needs to prove that his 10th place finish last year was just a fluke, and he's coming for the win. However, after last season's 4th place finish, Ryan is looking to take that next step and make all Champs Over Chumps competitors scream "Long live the king." Exotic Medical versus M. Brown. To start his 2nd campaign in Champs Over Chumps, M. Brown, last year's 12th ranked team, finds himself matching up with the first gold level GM featured. The quest to improve on his bronze level GM status won't be an easy one, as Exotic Medical, riding in on cloud 9 from last year's 3rd place finish, is looking to prescribe an early dosage of defeat. Gutar versus 31 Below. The new kid on the block kicks off his first Champs Over Chumps campaign, challenging a beastly opponent in 31 Below, the only silver level GM in our league. Coming in with the bronze level rating of his own, Gutar may not have time to get his feet wet, diving into competition taking on the hungry 8th place finisher from the previous season, who just happens to have the 2020 championship on his resume. A1 Elite versus Johnson & Johnson. This matchup highlights two teams who both took a loss to the eventual champ in last year's playoffs. In order for this bronze level GM to start his season off on a good note, 2021's 5th place finisher will have to overcome last year's runner-up, a platinum level GM and 2019's champion, who also sports the highest winning percentage of all time. Bro the Great versus All Batten Legacy. In a battle of friendly foes, another gold level GM is looking to prove his worth, taking on the one and only diamond level GM in Champs Over Chumps. 7th place was a disappointing ending to a record-breaking 2021 campaign for Bro. However, he starts this season off with his hands full, matching up against the reigning champ, whose 2021 run to the chip was so good, he came back this year with a new name. Now that the stage is set and we all got eyes on the prize, it's up to each one of your squads to perform. This week's matchups all feature divisional opponents squaring off, so each team's playoff push begins in week 1. It's time to get your mind right, fellas. So, Champs Over Chumps GM,
let's get ready to rumble!
it's time to kick off the 2022 season.